Anthony Davis. Kevin Garnett.
Anthony Davis.
Kevin Garnett. Anthony Davis. Kevin Garnett.
Looking inside.
And will it get in?
Lob it to Garnett.
It'll be
Beneath the
Anthony
foul line.
Davis.
The fadeaway with the hand in his face.
Yes! Anthony Davis goes through at the buzzer.
The win at Target Center. On this episode of Basketball Now and Then, The Greatest Comparisons, we compare two of the best two-way bigs from their respective eras. This top 75 player covers so much ground defensively that it feels like he's guarding all five positions at once.
This Hall of Fame player jumped from high school to the pros, and they competed like every game was a playoff game 7.
One player was a roaring wildfire, the other a silent avalanche. Both devastating forces, but arriving in very different ways.
We are excited to present to you Anthony Davis and Kevin Garnett. I'm Uriah.
I'm Maurice.
I'm Lucas.
And I'm Ben.
And we're here to talk basketball
now and then.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Basketball Now and Then, The Greatest Comparisons. And we have Ben back in the building. He's been away for a while, but it's great to have you back, Ben.
You guys did a good job, covering the fort, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think we missed doing episodes with you during the whole playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. But
if it makes you feel better, Ben, we made sure we had plenty of Sixers references for you in the meantime.
Way too many to count.
I had to crawl out of my hole, so now that the Knicks are officially won and there's no more basketball to watch, I can come back.
Yeah,
so here I am.
All right, so today we are going into our final classic comparison with these two amazing power forwards. Before we get into why we chose this comparison, I do have to ask you to please follow our show. Check out our website, basketballnowandthen.com, where we have all of our comparison episodes, as well as the opportunity to support the show by signing up on Patreon and or getting some merchandise from the NBA store. So check us out on our website. But let's get to the reason why we're here today. So we're asking ourselves, which player of yesterday reminds us the most of Anthony Davis? And we came up with KG. Lucas, tell us why we are comparing these players today.
There's two reasons here, in my opinion. First one is that they were both elite defensive anchors. Both players built their reputations on defense. First, Davis is widely considered one of the best defenders of his era and has a perennial all-defensive team selection. Both can protect the rim, switch onto guards, and defend multiple positions. And the second part is like they both have guard-like skills and big man bodies. Neither develop like a traditional center.
Yeah, defensive anchor, guard man skills, and a big man's body. And Maurice, what do you have to add to this intro?
There were a few big men in NBA history that were as versatile as both of these guys. There wasn't a spot on the court on either end that both of these guys couldn't make an impact. Both of them could score inside and out. They both were comfortable facing the basket. They both were able to play power forward or center. Their versatility on both ends was just incredible. Besides that, both of them were great rebounders as well. Garnett averaged 10-plus rebounds in 9 different seasons. And when healthy, Anthony Davis was consistently one of the best rebounders in the league.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into their rebounding numbers. They get overlooked because they're such great defenders and great scorers. But Ben, in your opinion, why are we comparing these players?
Anthony Davis plays similar to Kevin Garnett because it's the mid-range excellence. Neither relied primarily on three-pointers. We'll get into their percentages. They didn't really try and change their game. Garnett's signature weapon was his high post-up jumper. Davis kind of has a similar thing. Davis developed one of the most reliable mid-range games among modern bigs. He could shoot over you. Both guys had size at the power forward position. And both guys were franchise cornerstones. Each served as the centerpiece of a franchise. Garnett transformed the Timberwolves into a perennial playoff team. Davis was the face of New Orleans, the number 1 pick before moving on. But yeah, both guys really paid their dues in these smaller market franchises.
I just want to add that championship big men. They both won championships next to superstar teammates. Obviously, KG played alongside Paul Pierce, and LeBron James played with AD. There's a lot to get into. I'm excited about this episode. Shall we get into it?
Let's do it. It's a good one.
Absolutely.
Let's roll.
All right.
First quarter. Background.
All right, it's time to talk about Ant, a.k.a. AD, a.k.a. The Brow. Before he got those nicknames, he was born Anthony Marshawn Davis Jr. on March 11th, 1993 in Chicago, Illinois. He grew up on the city's south side of Chicago, raised in a supportive family. AD was surrounded by basketball influence. Now, he attended Perspectives Charter School, which focused on academics and had a very modest athletic program. Guys, the school didn't even have a gym, and AD often practiced at local churches or community centers, and even at Illinois Institute of Technology. Now, as a young player, he was largely unknown in basketball circles and played primarily as a guard due to his height at the time. I have a quote from one of AD's AAU coaches. From an article in The Athletic, Javon Maimon had this to say about young AD, quote, "You saw potential in him at 1,000%. When you're dealing with high school kids, most kids block shots and try to throw them into the stands. Anthony, as it's true of him today, had this knack of keeping the ball in play. A major turning point came during high school when AD experienced a massive growth spurt, shooting up nearly 8 inches over a year, from about 6'2" to 6'10". Yeah. This gave him a rare blend of guard skills and center size, which transformed his game and suddenly drew national attention. True or false? Anthony Davis recorded a quadruple-double in high school. Lucas?
I think I heard about that. I'm going to say true.
True?
Yeah, I'm going to say true as well.
Yeah, you guys are correct. So according to an NCAA.com article, AD also recorded 3 triple-doubles in his high school career. His numbers his senior year, 32 points, over 18 rebounds. Over under, how many blocks per game did AD average in high school? Over under 6. Maurice, what do you think?
6. Mind you, this is after the growth spurt, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say over.
Okay.
I'm going to go with, over as well.
Over. And Ben?
Over.
You guys are correct. 7 blocks per game.
Wow, that's a stat line.
Hell yeah. Makes sense. High school. He's probably 5 inches taller than everyone else on the floor. So by his senior year, he had become one of the top-ranked players in the country and a McDonald's All-American, with offers from colleges like Ohio State, Syracuse, DePaul. AD decided to go with the University of Kentucky after high school. Now, before we get to college, what do you guys think about AD in his formative years? I'll go with Lucas first.
As a person that went through a mini growth spurt myself between 5th and 6th grade, I grew about 6 inches in 4 months. 6 inches in 4 months, Maurice. Yeah. Big difference, man. You got to get used to your body. And the fact that he was still able to dominate in high school while going through that change is a pretty big deal.
Didn't you play center because of that growth spurt, Lucas?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. It's a power forward center, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Maurice, what about you? What stands out?
I think we've covered a bunch of players now that had huge growth spurts. And because of that, their skill sets have translated as their height has gotten taller. Most notably, like someone like Scottie Pippen, who grew like 6-7 inches, but still had that great ball handling skill. And that
carries over.
It definitely does carry over. So we see now why Anthony Davis has, he can dribble, he can shoot, he can play big, he can play small. He can do a lot of things on the court, and that started in high school.
Yeah. And Ben, anything stand out?
Earlier in his career, you kind of saw the guard skills more, but now he's really just plays like a really skilled big. But I think in the New Orleans days, the Pelicans days, you really saw the guard stuff that he could do, take you off the dribble. I'd say his shot is kind of like a guard, but outside of that, he plays like a big.
Yeah, well, those skills have served Anthony Davis in more ways than one and helped him get some pretty good accolades. But before we get to the pros, we got to get to his college days. We all know that Anthony Davis attended the University of Kentucky. You guys want to hear a quote from Coach Calipari when he saw AD coming out of high school?
Mm-hmm.
So Coach Cal said, "I went and watched him and I said, oh my gosh, he did stuff that changed the game. Most high school stars see their recruitments build gradually. Anthony Davis arrived on the scene immediately and almost out of nowhere. That brought intense interest from coaches. Now, when Anthony Davis arrived at Kentucky in 2011, he wasn't your typical freshman big man. What made AD so fascinating was that he had spent most of his basketball life playing guard, like you guys were saying. Remember the growth spurt? Well, it happened, yet he never lost the skills that he developed as a perimeter player. That unique background made him unlike almost any college big man that we'd ever seen. While most centers spent years learning how to play with their backs to the basket, AD brought guard instincts into a giant frame. He could run the floor effortlessly, handle the ball comfortably, and make smart, unselfish decisions with the basketball. Over/under points per game, AD at Kentucky. Ben, over/under 16 points per game.
Over.
Hey, Lucas?
I want to say at Kentucky, I think it was actually under.
Okay, and Maurice?
I think it's under, too.
All right. Ben, what did you say again?
I said over.
Okay. Ben, it's been so long since we've seen you. Welcome back.
I think he averaged like 15 points per game in college.
Close. It was 14.2.
Yeah. Nobody ever really shines under him, getting more than like 15 or 16 points. Yeah.
In 32 minutes per game, he also grabbed 10.3 rebounds, which is pretty damn good in college.
Mm-hmm.
And
4.7
blocks.
Oh, yeah. He's a monster.
I didn't know he averaged that many blocks.
Oh, yeah.
Now, on offense, AD did not need the spotlight to dominate games. Despite posting the third best offensive rating in the entire country during the 2011-12 season, his usage rate was only the fifth highest on Kentucky's roster. Think about that for a second. He wasn't demanding touches or forcing shots. Instead, he maximized every opportunity that he got. Most of his scoring came around the rim. He shot an incredible 65% on two-point attempts, making him one of the most dangerous finishers in college basketball. Any guesses what NCAA awards Anthony Davis earned in his one season at Kentucky?
Well, SEC Rookie of the Freshman of the Year, all SEC team,
right?
Let's see, all tournament team.
All tournament team, yeah.
They didn't win the tournament that year. If I remember correctly, I don't think they won it.
They did.
Yeah,
they did.
Okay, then tournament MVP, I guess.
Well, I'll try to fill in the ones that weren't mentioned. So, SEC All Defensive Team, SEC All Rookie of the Year, Rookie of the Year, SEC Player of the Year, South Regional Team 2012, Final Four Most Outstanding Player, and USBWA National Freshman of the Year, and Consensus National Player of the Year. So he pretty much hoarded all the awards during his freshman season. Now, in the end, AD had one of the most dominant freshman seasons in college basketball history, culminating in a national championship and the start of a journey that would eventually make Anthony Davis the number one pick in the NBA draft.
With the first pick in the 2012 NBA draft, the New Orleans Hornets select Anthony Davis.
What a tremendous moment for any young player, and particularly Davis, who blossomed so late in his career, and now is the number one pick. You see him embracing his college coach, John Calipari. He joins Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who's the only guys to be AP National Player of the Year, national champion, and the number one overall pick in the NBA draft is Anthony Davis, is headed to New Orleans.
All right, go to Maurice first. What stands out to you about AD at Kentucky?
Well, he didn't have to shine, but he did, because his attributes was going to equate really well to the NBA. Now, I think MKG went 2, correct? Am I right, Lucas?
Yeah, so I was going to talk about that draft after you got done.
Okay, well, he went 2, and there was no doubt Anthony Davis was the best player in that draft. Yeah, so he was definitely going to go right into the NBA and immediately be an impact player just off defense alone. And obviously, you see his offensive game came along eventually.
Maurice, you can make the argument he wasn't the best player in that draft. Let me just go over some of the other people. Bradley Beal, who we've done an episode on with him and Mitch Richmond. The person that you could argue has had the best career outside of Davis is Damian Lillard. He was in this draft.
It's close.
Yeah. Okay.
It's, but he was 6th pick in this draft. We've already done an episode on Andre Drummond as well. Outside of this draft actually was pretty underwhelming if you look at the players in totality. I mean, you have some guys that are still in the league, but overall, I mean, like Harrison Barnes still in the league. Actually, I think that's it. No, Draymond Green's in this one. Chris Middleton.
Mm-hmm.
But, overall, this was actually a pretty underwhelming draft for the most part. I mean, you got some all-stars. You probably have 2, maybe 3 Hall of Famers here. But still a really interesting draft, to say the least.
He was kind of like a Cooper Flag level. Like, you wanted to tank for him. He was that good.
Oh, that was one of the few times that they purposely tanked. And this is one of those save your franchise drafts because New Orleans just lost Chris Paul.
The 5 blocks in college is unbelievable. 40 minutes, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I do recall the hype behind AD coming out of Kentucky, and I do agree, Ben, that it's parallel to what people were saying about Cooper Flag coming into last year's draft. So, all right, so that wraps up our bio on AD. You guys ready for a little KG?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
All right, it's time to talk about the kid, a.k.a. the big ticket, a.k.a. KG. Before he got those nicknames, he was born Kevin Maurice another middle name Maurice.
Nope. There you go.
That's like 4 or 5 players that we've covered, Maurice. You got a popular name, man. So anyway, he was born Kevin Maurice Garnett, May 19th, 1976 in Malden, South Carolina. He was raised primarily by his mother, Shirley Garnett, after his parents separated when he was a toddler. Growing up, Garnett faced financial hardships and racial tensions, especially growing up in the South in the 80s and early 90s. Despite these challenges, he developed a strong work ethic and a passion for basketball at a young age. Over under Kevin Garnett's height as a freshman. Over under 6 feet 9 inches. Ben, what do you think? Over under.
As a freshman?
Yeah.
I think we're going to have a parallel thing with these two. So I'm going to say over, actually. I think KG felt like he was like pretty grown by like 18 or 16. Yeah. So I'm going to say over.
I'm going to say equal to.
Oh, look at you. Okay. Wasn't an option, but you'll take it. Maurice.
I'll take it.
Yep.
Freshman year of high school. So we're talking
14 years old.
14.
Was the over under 6'9"?
Under.
Ben, just because I miss you so much.
I'm rusty.
And Lucas,
I'm rusty,
that was
guys.
for you. Wait. It was for you, Lucas.
Okay, fair enough.
I've been watching too much World Cup. I'm off my game.
Yeah, the finals are over, so you got to watch
You're out of
something,
practice, or you've missed too many games. We got to slowly bring you off the IR.
We got to shake the rust off, Ben.
Got me watching soccer now, so
yeah. So KG, Ben, was 6 feet 6 inches tall, which is still abnormally tall for someone at 14. Yes. His physical gifts, his height, agility, and intensity combined with his relentless drive set him apart from his peers early on. His dominance in high school paved the way for his bold decision to skip college and enter the 1995 draft straight from high school, becoming the first player since who?
Moses Malone?
Yes. No, you're right. You got it. Moses Malone. So here are a few words from KG about his transition from high school to the NBA. In a Slam magazine interview, he said, "When I got to Chicago, I was a lot more mature than I was in South Carolina. I grew up a lot faster, and the city helped me deal with a lot of intangibles and little things that kids really go through. I ain't had no mom and pop to bounce things off of. I had to grit and grind to make decisions on my own. And those decisions, I had to stand on them. So KG's high school basketball career was filled with standout moments. You guys want to hear a few notable moments from high school?
Absolutely.
In high school, his senior year, he averaged 25 points, 18 rebounds, almost 7 assists, 6.5 blocks, and 4 steals per game. My goodness. Yeah. He was named USA Today National High School Player of the Year. He won Mr. Basketball for the state of Illinois, cementing his place among the nation's elite. Did he make the McDonald's All-American game?
I'm going to assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he played with AI, right, Ben? If I'm not mistaken.
No.
Or AI was in prison.
AI didn't get to play.
Okay.
Yeah, AI played the summer before. He played the Jordan hoops, whatever it was in '95, going into his senior year. He might have played that with KG, but no, he didn't. AI didn't get to be a McDonald's All-American.
Okay.
So KG had this stacked McDonald's class. It was it was like Paul Pierce, Vince Carter, KG, and then I want to say there's a couple other guys, but those are the big three I can think of.
Okay. In that game, the All-American McDonald's game, he had 18 points, 11 boards, and 4 blocks, and quite appropriately, he was awarded the MVP of the game. Now, these moments established KG as a generational talent and paved the way for the wave of prep-to-pro players that followed. They also helped Minnesota make up its mind about making him the top pick in the 1995 NBA draft.
With the fifth pick in the 1995 NBA draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Kevin Garnett.
The high school kid is the number 5 pick in the NBA draft. Kevin Garnett, 19 years old. Won't be 20 until next year, so he's a young 19. Parade All-American first team, Mr. Basketball in Illinois and in South Carolina. He was in Malden, South Carolina for a time before going to Chicago. The story, why is he going to the NBA now? His test scores were not high enough, did not want to do the junior college route. He applied for early entry to the NBA draft, and he's the 5th early entry candidate in a row now to be selected in this draft. And his stories are becoming legend already from people who watch him work out, from the fact that I guess he had a triple-double in 1 quarter in high school, and also in the Chicago camp, QB, this guy was knocking some people's socks off. Yeah.
All right, guys, anything stand out to you about KG and his career before the NBA? I'll go to Lucas first. What do you think about KG?
So I have to pull up the draft, right? Like who was in his draft.
Mm-hmm.
So he went 5th overall. People that went before him: Joe Smith, solid career, solid.
Yeah.
Antonio McDyess, okay. Jerry Stackhouse, okay. Now we're talking. We're cooking a little bit, right?
Right.
Rasheed Wallace, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then after him, before all injuries happened, Brian Reeves was a problem.
Big country.
Damon Stoudemire, Kirk Thomas, Gary Trent Sr., Corliss Williamson, Brent Berry, Theo Ratliff, Randolph Childress, Michael Finley. I think if you redraft this, KG's number 1. The only person that you can argue that should be close to him is either Stackhouse or Wallace, but I would still take KG number 1 in a redraft here. But look, teams were a little bit wary of taking a guy, who never played college, understandably. So I don't think anybody's going to judge.
Yeah, his frame was extremely thin, and he didn't really fill out, obviously, until years later. But I guess you can look at it as an advantage because he was so nimble and he was quick off his feet.
Going 5th in '95 is pretty impressive.
Right.
Like he must have really impressed some people in workouts because there wasn't as much, there wasn't social media. So a lot of it there would have been tape that they would have seen. But yeah, I think him going 5th is unusual if you think about it. Because I think Rasheed Wallace, right before him, Stackhouse. Did they win a national championship? Do you guys remember?
Carolina?
Did Stackhouse and Wallace win one?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
That's wild that they went 3-4. Yeah, that's a good power forward draft, by the way. Joe Smith had like an okay career. Antonio McDyess is an all-star. Yeah, redoing that draft is interesting. I wonder who I'd put 3, Michael Finley or Stackhouse. Wallace is definitely second. Yeah, the fact that he's in there with those guys in 1995, that's it. I mean, you kind of saw it right away with KG, so he must have really impressed some people.
I'm old enough to remember when Minnesota was a expansion team, and they stunk. They were horrible. So they were looking for someone to change the course of that organization, and they rolled the dice on KG, and it worked out. Maurice, anything stand out to you?
Yeah, just like Anthony Davis, the physical tools were there at an early age, coming into the draft. In a redraft, he probably goes 1. No, probably he will go 1. At that time, it was a risk, but if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves, you're going to take that risk because the upside was just so great.
Did you guys hear that interview with Isaiah Thomas, the elder Isaiah Thomas, when he was talking about how he actually wanted to draft KG?
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah,
because he wanted to put Stoudemire and a bunch of T-Mac. He wanted to put all these guards around KG.
And then Kevin McHale called and said, "What do you think?"
And he pulled a Danny Ainge.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, Lucas, you are up next. Are you prepared for the passer?
Yes, sir.
Second quarter. Statistics.
A little bit more like this one. LeBron James up high. And Davis catches a body. Ron actually was looking for the call here. Davis with the fadeaway, and they call his number.
No, not a big deal at all. And he bounced back with a huge game tonight. The guy's a great player. Had a bad night.
Pass some lights.
No, Greg Popovich just died a little bit because I skipped about 10 steps.
Thank you. Rondo checks in for the Lakers. Davis with the step back. Fouled by Okafor. 20 coming into tonight. Davis being showered with booze again, and he draws the foul. Rondo, also a former member of the Pelicans, up high. Davis punching it home. 2 years ago, he led the Lakers in three-point shooting percentage. Davis.
So those are the highlights. Here are the numbers, okay, guys? So AD comes in at 6'10", 253 pounds, which is crazy because I remember when he first came into the league, they were like, oh, he's too thin, he's too frail. Now he's 250. That's pretty impressive for a big man.
Yeah.
He is currently 33 years old. As we already talked about, he was the first pick in the 2012 draft. He has played for 14 seasons now. He made his NBA debut October 31st, 2012. And so he has worn 2 numbers. I think we know what they are. Go ahead and say them, guys.
13.
23 and 3.
Oh, there's a 3 in there.
Yeah.
I get half credit.
So he wore 23 in New Orleans with both the Hornets and the Pelicans franchise. He wore number 3 with the Lakers, and then he wore number 3 with the Dallas Mavericks. I believe, though they don't have it set up here, I believe he's wearing number 3 or 23 with the Wizards right now, who he is not suited up for. Right. But let me ask you guys this. What is your favorite AD jersey? Is it the Hornets throwback? Is it the Pelicans? Is it the Lakers? Or is it the Dallas Mavericks one?
It can't be the Mavericks because he barely wore that jersey.
Okay.
He didn't even get a break of sweat. He didn't break a sweat in that.
So are we saying Lakers or New Orleans?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm going to go Lakers.
Yeah,
I'm going to go New Orleans because he's really bad.
Okay.
I say New Orleans too because I think a big man that wears a single-digit number is not. Look, numbers matter here. Okay, big men that wear single digits. Nah, Moses Malone is the rare exception. But let's be real. KG is a power forward. We know AD is really a center. He just wants to be a power forward because he doesn't want to bang down low. But that's not we're not.
Give me the Anthony Davis purple and black Lakers jersey.
Nah.
Yes.
I mean, look, if you talk about, I'm going to go with the Pelicans, the red Pelicans jersey. That's the one I'm going to go.
Well, he did wear the
vomit.
He did wear the Hornets jersey.
He did have the Hornets jersey. I will also say I don't hate the Mardi Gras jerseys either. I could go.
I
for
like
that.
those. I like the Mardi Gras jerseys.
So I will go with the 80 Mardi Gras jersey. But you guys can find links for all these jerseys on Basketball Now and then the Greatest Comparisons website through our affiliate link for NBAshop.com. That being said, back to our scheduled program. So I decided to go with the 2017-18 season. AD was 24 years old. He averaged 28.1 points, 11.1 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1.5 steals. He led the league with 2.8 blocks.
There we go.
Turnovers, 2.2. Fouls, 2.2. 2.2 fouls, averaging 36 minutes per game, blocking 2.6 blocks. He averaged more blocks than fouls that season, guys. Putting that in perspective. He also led the league in 2-pointers attempted and made. 2-pointers made, 9.7. 2-pointers attempted, 17.3. He also shot 53.4% from the field. And from the three-point line, 34%. Not bad, right? And 82.8% from the foul line. So based off of that, and I'm not going to get into all the accolades because that's Ben, but based off of that alone, what do we think of that? He was only 24. He was in his 6th season at that time. So thoughts on that?
I remember that Anthony Davis, and in my opinion, he was the best player in the league in that era. I don't know if you guys remember, he was just destroying people because we were talking about him playing guard. That's when I remember him playing guard. Yeah, he just was in his peak. And I know he was good on the Lakers, but I really liked his game on the Hornets and or the Pelicans. Yeah, that's the AD that stands out to me. That and then weirdly, I thought he was really good in the last Olympics. But I really like that brand. Yeah, it was really good. And I think he still has value. So I'm excited to see where he ends up because I don't think he's going to stay at Washington.
Well, we will see. I did, if you guys want to check out, I did write a fan-cited article about that, but, just a unshameless plug there for myself. Any other thoughts?
I was giving you the assist. That was the part.
Yeah, appreciate it.
It was perfect setup.
Yeah,
it was.
For me, the blocks to turnover to foul ratio.
Yep.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's insane, especially for a big. Now, this was the season, still my own Thunder, but he had another big on his team. And I think we've known throughout his career, Anthony Davis doesn't like playing center. He likes playing power forward. So that gave him a little break from the grind and pounding of being in the paint. So he can stretch the floor a little bit. So that's the reason why his 2-point percentage went up.
I will say this to piggyback off of Maurice there. But that team, if it had stayed healthy, I think could have made a real run at it.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Anytime you can average a double-double in the NBA, it speaks volumes about your skill and productivity. 28 and almost 12 boards. Remember, Maurice, you mentioned the whole blocks to foul ratio, which is astounding, especially with 36 minutes per night, like Lucas said. But look, remember what his coach said. It was athletic director, someone who saw AD play when he was younger. He developed a habit of keeping the ball in play after a block shot, where most guys want to just slap it out of bounds to flex on the opponent. But AD is a smart player. His guard skills lent themselves to him becoming an all-star. And man, Ben, like you said, that season at 24, he arguably is top 3 players in the league.
Well, before we get to career highs, I'm going to ask you guys our famous triple-double question. How many triple-doubles has AD had in his career? Over, under 8?
I'll say tie, just like you
say
did.
Tie?
Lucas.
Okay,
Yep.
all right.
Say over.
You say over?
I'll go under.
Okay. Maurice, this is for you. It was only
Nice.
4.
Okay.
Only 4
Wow.
triple-doubles, yeah. So that I honestly am a little surprised by that, but he's not really a playmaker at the highest level. Let's be real.
No, not at all.
So that being said, career high. Okay, I'll give you this. Over, under 60.
60 piece for AD? I'm going to go under on that one.
You're going to go under?
I'm going to go over.
Okay.
60. I'll go over.
Okay. Maurice, Ben, this is for you.
Ha 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 ha.
To be fair, it was pretty close. It was 59.
Okay.
He had 59 in the 2015-16 season with the Pelicans.
Okay.
Pretty impressive.
Yes.
That being said, he has nothing to sneeze at. Total rebounds in a single career high in rebounds is 26.
Wow.
Even though he's never had a quadruple double, he has had career highs of 11 assists, 7 steals, and 10 blocks in a single game.
Not surprised.
I'm kind of curious about that 10 blocks game. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up real quick, guys. I know we don't usually do that, but I'm curious about that. It was against the Utah Jazz, and he was playing against, that explains it, because everybody hated Rudy Gobert. It was Rudy Gobert. It was Rudy Gobert, Derek Favors, Ricky Rubio, and Donovan Mitchell. He was playing against
Rudy Gobert. That's my guy. I like Rudy Gobert.
He took it personally. Anyway, thoughts on the career highs, guys?
I'll just go with the rebounds. 26 boards.
I was not expecting that.
No, because even though he averaged 12 boards that season or 11, 26 rebounds in a very physical NBA with, guys bigger than him, because he was playing center at the time, right?
That season, it was the 18-19 season, and I think he was playing center that season. I think whenever he plays centers, he gets more rebounds.
Okay.
He just really doesn't like doing it.
I think rebounds stood out to me.
Ben?
The points, 59, he was scoring a lot. He averaged a good amount of points with the Lakers right away. Obviously, he deferred to LeBron.
Yeah.
So I liked him as the number one option a little bit more.
I agree.
That's pretty much it for my end for AD. But let's go ahead and switch over to KG now.
And Bibby comprised those two positions for Sacramento.
So he's gotten off to a good start here after a slow first half.
We may have had some nervous energy to begin the game as Garnett puts up a beauty. Clock is down to 5. And Miller's got Garnett way outside. Oh, what a shot by Kevin!
He's 25 in one game this year.
Shot clock is at 8 for Garnett. With the point guard, Cassell, resting on the bench. Nice feed, Serbia to Garnett.
Testing every shot, and his legs right now are covering.
Garnett again. It's turnovers tonight. And Kevin Garnett. Minnesota. The ball rotation to Hassel and across the lane and out to Kevin Garnett.
The Kevin Harlan, Doug Collins tandem is pretty top tier. I like those guys going back and forth. Yeah.
Those are the highlights, guys. Here are the numbers. KG is listed at 6'11", 240 pounds. He is 50 years old this year.
What?
Yes, 50 years old.
He's old.
Doesn't feel like it. Yeah, right? He actually has a cousin in the NBA, Shamon Williams.
He does? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't even know who Shamon Williams is, to be completely honest with you guys.
He played he was a point guard on UNC.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He was the 5th pick in the first round of the 1995 draft. He made his debut November 3rd, 1995. Played 21 years in the NBA. Helps when you come straight out of high school, right?
Yep.
So he's worn 3 numbers. We know the iconic 21 with the Timberwolves. What are the 2 other numbers with the Celtics and the Nets?
I think 9. I think 9 is with the Celtics, I think.
It was 5, right? 5.
Oh, shoot. That's right. It's 5.
It was 5. It was 5. And
it was 5.
And 1?
No, he's 21 and 5.
No, he had a different number for Brooklyn.
Oh, right. 2?
That is correct, yes.
Oh, 2. Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So what's more iconic here, guys? What's your favorite KG jersey? I think we can all agree it's not the Nets one.
No.
So is it the iconic 5? Or is it the Minnesota ones?
It's the Minnesota one. And
it's Minnesota, yeah.
Actually, they just bring it back for this season, too.
Yeah, they rebranded. I'm actually very excited. It's not quite the same as the KG colors, but it's pretty. I think it's actually closer to the KG rookie year colors.
The home team white with the purple and blue with the wolf. And, like, the letters, the font is, like, pointy at the bottom.
Wow.
Man, I love those.
Yeah,
jerseys.
we'll break it down another time when we have Zach Cohen on. We're gonna have him on soon.
It's what's funny about with the Celtics fans claim this. KG and Paul Pierce not only won them a championship in 2008, but they won them a championship in 2024.
They did. Yes, they did.
They did.
But we don't have time to break down that trade. No. That is a very complicated and complex trade. My favorite KG jersey is the green and gold Boston Celtics jersey.
That's a good one. I like that.
The one with the gold letters. Yeah, like that. I really like that one. If I'm being
that's against tradition.
I like it, but I don't love it.
Yeah, agree to disagree on that one. That being said, you can find all those jerseys on our website through our affiliate link. Choosing a KG season could have been pretty difficult, but, and I'm not trying to spill all of Ben's secrets here, but we all know that he won an MVP in 2003, 2004. It feels appropriate to go with that season. So, that being said, that season he played all 82 games. He averaged 24.2 points, 13.9 rebounds, led the league in both defensive and total rebounds with 10.9 defensive rebounds, 13.9 total rebounds, 5 assists, 1.5 steals, 2.2 blocks, 2.6 turnovers, 2.5 fouls. He also led the league in field goals made at 9.5 and 2-pointers made at 9.7. He shot 49.9% from the field. He shot 25.6% from the three-point line, and he shot 79.1% from the foul line. And by the way, he also led the league in defensive and total rebounds 4 times, 2-point attempts 1 time, and games played once too. So, thoughts on that, guys?
I think that was one of the hardest earned MVPs.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In that era, you're talking prime Shaq, Kobe's coming up, Iverson, McGrady's taking off, Duncan, Nowinski.
Yeah.
That was a well-earned MVP.
Oh, yeah.
And just on top of that, what blows my mind is 82 games played.
Yeah.
We don't see that nowadays.
Yeah.
82 games is highly impressive.
So Absolutely. KG played 82 games over. So let me rephrase. KG played over 80 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons.
He was durable.
That's almost half his career. He played 21 seasons, so that tells you he's durable.
Yeah.
I just want to say, just like Anthony Davis, I think you said earlier, Lucas, that led the league in field goal percentage, right? Or at least 2-point percentage.
Something like that, yeah.
I forgot how much of a rebound machine that Kevin Garnett was. Almost 14 rebounds a game, and he was locking down the paint, top player in the league with blocks. KG was doing it all. And you're right, Maurice, to play all those games, a full season, lead your team, and they definitely made the playoffs that season. I forget how far they went. But Kevin Garnett, man, what a special player. Could score inside, could score outside. Not the best three-point shooter, but just like Anthony Davis, his presence was felt on both ends of the floor. And it's just due time for us to cover him, to give him his flowers. Because, he has his own podcast. But like I think Lucas said it before, like people don't really talk about Paul Pierce or KG in their playing days. So for us to bring their careers up, or at least KG in this instance.
Well, we've done a Paul Pierce episode too.
We did. Paul Pierce and Jason Tatum. Check that out.
Yeah. And by the way, I just want to say this. This is another similarity that these guys have. They both went to small markets like Minnesota and New Orleans, put up massive numbers, never got the real recognition that they deserved, or at least never got real success outside of maybe 1 or 2 playoff runs until they got to a big market like Boston and LA. And then they were unceremoniously traded from both franchises.
Yeah, the rebounding, KG being a really good rebounder, he kind of did it all. The way he rebounded, you don't really see kind of bigs.
Well, you don't see power forwards do it anymore.
You don't see that today. A guy averaging 20 and 10, that doesn't really happen.
Power forwards today, they're basically bigger, small forwards now. I mean, I think the 2 best rebounding power forwards out there right now that come to the top of my head are Jason Tatum and Jalen Johnson. And I think Johnson averages over 10, but Tatum does not. And that's what I mean. Like most power forward, the rebounding is all on the center now. But anyway, that's back then it wasn't. So anyway,
those guys are more like small forwards too. That they just play power because the pace of game.
Well, I would say Jalen Johnson would play power forward in the olden times too. We said that AD had 4 triple-doubles. Over, under, or tied with AD's triple-double count.
He threw tied in there as an option, so he's trying to throw us off. I'm going to go over.
You're going to go over?
I'll go tie.
Okay.
Over.
Okay, Maurice, you fell for the trick.
You fell for it. I tried to help you, man.
It was 16.
I should be used to Lucas' trickery.
16?
The 16, yeah. During his so the year before his MVP, he had 6 and it led the league.
Okay, good for him.
So we said AD's career high in scoring was 59.
Mm-hmm.
So is it over, under, or tied with AD's?
Gotta be under.
It gotta be under.
Under.
Okay, yeah, it is. It is 47. Now we said AD's career high in rebounds is 26. Is KG's over, under, or tied?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm going to go over.
You're going to go over? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go over.
Okay.
Feel like it seems like it's going to be over and it's likely to be over, but for some reason I feel like it's under.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you listened to your gut, Uriah, because you are correct.
Yeah.
It was 25. AD had a career high of 11 assists. KG has a career high of 12 assists. They both have a career high of 7 steals. We already know AD's is a career high of 10 blocks. KG is a high of 8 blocks, 9 turnovers. So that's pretty impressive, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So anyway, there are definitely some similarities here. Well, before we move on, we got to do the comparison. So they played each other only 4 times in the regular season. Who had the winning record between the two?
I'm going to say Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I'll say AD.
It is AD, yeah. He won 3-1. Who has more career games, AD or KG?
Career games played?
Yeah, career games played.
Oh, yeah.
KG.
I just said that. KG.
KG, yeah, KG. Yeah. All right, guys. Points. Who has more career points per game?
Ooh, that's tough. No, it's not. No, it's going to be AD.
Rare points per game. I'm gonna go AD.
AD.
Yeah, it is AD. 24 to 17.8. KG played well past his prime, and I think that's the real reason why the disparity is low. There. And that being said, total rebounds per game.
I'm gonna go KG.
Yeah, I'll go KG too.
Yeah, same.
Okay,
KG.
You are all...
What?
10.7 for AD versus 10 for KG.
Oh.
Yeah. Assists per game, AD or KG? They both have guard-like skills.
AD.
KG.
I'll go KG.
Okay. Ben and Uriah, you guys are correct.
Interesting.
3-point percentage.
That's AD all day. Yeah.
It is AD, but it's a lot closer than you think. 29.5 to 27.5.
Okay. Wow, 29?
Yeah,
That's
29.
It?
Yeah, he's not a good 3-point shooter. He only had a couple seasons where he was actually good from deep. Foul line shooting.
AD.
Yeah. But it's a lot closer than you think, guys.
Was it 77?
79.3, 78.9.
That's still very good for...
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. That's all that I got. Those are the comparisons for their career stats. And with that, I pass it off to Ben.
All right.
Third quarter, accolades.
Chicago Scholars.
Wait a minute.
It's not over yet.
Wait a minute. You have got to be kidding me.
A pressure free throw for Davis.
And now you got a box out too. You've got a box out too. Are you kidding me?
Team LeBron has won it.
The way to make it interesting there.
All right, that was Anthony Davis in the All-Star game. I think he broke a record in that game, right? Points?
Good question. I'm not sure.
I think he had the points record briefly, I believe.
Yeah, I think Steph took it since. But yeah, that was a clip of them winning the All-Star game. That was the game where they had a point total, had to get to a point total.
Oh, yeah. That was a weird format.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's gone.
Yeah, the poor All-Star game. See what they've been trying to do.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get through it with Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, as we know, won a championship in the bubble with LeBron James. So he actually got it his first year with the Lakers. So it's kind of impressive. LeBron previously, I don't even think they made the playoffs. So he sort of had like a gap year, and then AD comes in, and they were outside of the bubble. They were the most dominant team. So I believe they probably still would have won even without a bubble. They were the best team in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
How many All-Star games has Anthony Davis been a part of? I'm going to start off with that one. Over under 11.
I have no idea. 11 is a lot, though.
Yeah.
He's
been in the league a minute, guys.
Yeah, but he's been hurt a lot, too.
Yeah.
What do you think, Maurice?
That's a tough one. I'm going to say over.
I'll say under.
All right, you're both wrong, but you're close. It's 10. No, Uriah, you're right. You said under, right?
Yeah, I said under.
You said sorry.
I was very confused. I'm like, is it a tie? What?
Uriah is correct. 10.
Okay.
And you guys are right. It is impressive, but I think voting. I think AD kind of was in earlier in his career where voting was almost too popular in the decision. But 8 years straight, he was an All-Star from 2014 to 2021, and then he did get one in 2024, and then he did get one in 2025. The 3 years in between, and then last year he's been hurt. But 10-time All-Star. This one was really impressive because you see this on NBA Twitter, you see this in spaces. People talk about NBA first team. And a lot of our favorite players, Jalen Brunson, for example, people are talking about, he's never been an NBA first team, right? And to be a good player, it's not just about playoffs. I think what do they call it? Ring culture gets a little obsessed, but Anthony Davis has done both. All right. How many All-NBA first teams do you guys think Anthony Davis has had? I'm not going to do an over-under. I'll do an over-under of his total All-NBAs.
Okay.
Which is 6. Okay. So I'm going to do an over-under of 6. And then part 2 of that question is how many first teams do you think Anthony Davis is a part of?
Let's do one at a time. Over. Oh, go ahead, Maurice. Yeah.
Yeah. With the All-NBA teams, I'll go over 6. First team, I want to say 3.
Good guess. I'll say over for total All-NBAs. First team All-NBA, I like that 3 number you said, Maurice, so I'm going to go with 3.
Okay, it's over and it's 4.
You are correct with part of that.
Okay.
It's so
or is it tied with 6?
It's not, it's under. It's 5.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Really?
so but he has 4 first teams.
Okay.
Which he kind of got them all before Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid stole his thunder.
There we go.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you have to remember, AD's been in the league. He was 18 or 19. He's been in the league a really long time, 2012, right? So he's been in the league way before all of them. Because by the time Giannis was good, probably 2015. Same with Jokic and Embiid, 2016. He kind of swept in and got his shine. So 2015, 2017, 2018, and 2020, he was All NBA first team. So kind of impressive 2018, 2020 to snag those from like those three players. It's kind of impressive. I'm sure Giannis was the other forward in some of that. And then in 2024, he did get All-NBA second team. That was impressive. AD's had an interesting career because he's still getting accolades, and he's still very, as we said, like him and Embiid, man, if they play on the floor, they are dominant. It's just they can't get on the damn floor.
Yes.
But it's
agreed.
These two in particular are so odd because you can't really give up on them because they're still impactful.
Absolutely.
And AD is really impressive because he's doing it on both ends. So that jumped out at me probably more than anything was the 4 All-NBA first teams. Like that's really impressive. All right, so we're going to switch over to defense. How many All-NBA defensive teams do you guys think he's been a part of?
I say double digits. I'll say 10.
Well, that seems a little high. I'll go 7.
You got to remember Gobert. Gobert was kind of, yeah. So
let me ask you guys this. How many fingers said slap to the face? I think it was 5.
Yeah, 5 seems to be, that is correct. You're right, Lucas.
How large is the font size on your screen with that number, Lucas? No, like the font size.
You're muted.
You're reading,
muted, bro.
He's reading the stats. It's okay. I know
He's
what's going on. I know what's going on. He doesn't need to be muted. He can be muted.
Look, you guys know the deal.
Yeah.
I have to read the stats. I can't help that the accolades are there. Can't help it.
So he was 3-time first team and then 2-time second team all defense. And it's the exact same years. This 2015, third year in the league, 2017, 2018, 2020, and then again in 2024. I don't really remember this. Do you guys remember the Lakers 2024 season that well? Like, it was only 2 years ago. But I don't remember him being as dominant. He clearly was. I know they were a playoff
I think that
team.
was the year that they traded for Rui, and that was Austin Reeves' either rookie or second year.
Yeah, clearly something because he was all NBA on both, which we know in the NBA space.
I think it was a contract year for him.
And I think LeBron missed some time that year too.
Yeah, that was it. And they were still a playoff team.
Yeah. That was the year that LeBron messed up his ankle like in February.
Yeah. How many times was how many times was AD a blocks leader? Over, under 2?
You go over.
Leader. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'll go over.
You guys are both right. It's 3. He actually led the NBA in blocks his second year in the NBA, 2014.
His second year? Wow. Sounds like Wemby.
Yep, exactly. He was kind of had Wemby 2014, 2015, 2018. He was All-NBA rookie first team. He did not win the NBA Rookie of the Year.
He didn't?
Wait.
No.
What?
So
Really?
was it Damian Lillard? It must have been Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
It must have been Damian Lillard.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
That is wild.
He was an NBA Cup champion in 2023. I think the Cup has gained some validity because the Cup this year was exactly the NBA Finals. So
yeah, it was. Spurs next.
Exact same result, exact same route. So
same MVP.
Yep, same MVP.
Yeah.
Controversial. He's one of the guys that gets knocked for the NBA 75th anniversary team. I get it. Him and Dame are the ones that kind of get knocked. They think it was premature, but I think reading his numbers when they announced that, I think I get why he got it. How many Olympic Games has Anthony Davis been a part of?
I'll say 3 Olympic Games.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 sounds about right. I'm going to go 3.
So 2. And why this is interesting, it's 2. What's interesting about, I didn't realize he just didn't do them. I think because of injuries. I think in 2020.
Okay.
But what's interesting is he won his first medal as a 19-year-old.
Right.
He was coming out of college, and they put him on the team. So he won a medal in 2012, and then obviously in Paris, he was very important to the team. That's kind of it. I'm gonna throw the ball to you guys. What stands out with Anthony Davis?
What stands out to me is he should have more accolades, especially in when we come to the accolades, we always have to use a caveat nowadays because of the 75-65 game rule. So a lot of players are going to get locked out of certain accolades going forward. It's a shame because I think, and I don't want to bash anybody, Charles Barkley is great, but he gave Anthony Davis that moniker of street clothes.
Oh, man, that's horrible. It's terrible, Chuck. Terrible.
Terrible. Yeah, he gave him that moniker, and it kind of sucks because, first of all, it's true. He's been very injury prone, especially the last couple seasons. And I just think that, wow, he could have had a lot more accolades and a lot more statistics if he was a little bit more durable. And that's the biggest difference between Anthony Davis and Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett was very durable.
Here's what annoys me with those announcers who I think they're maybe losing some favor because the competition with announcers between Amazon, they have a great team with Dirk and Nash and UD and Blake Griffin. And then, of course,
are you talking about the announcers or are you talking about
the announcers? I'm talking about the announcers where you have the NBC guys and the Amazon Prime guys. They don't really take shots at the players the way that inside the NBA does, which is kind of refreshing. The point is, the street clothes moniker, I think we get it. Is it his fault that he gets injured? Last time I checked with sports, it typically is not your fault when you get injured unless you completely neglect your conditioning, which I don't think AD did.
Well, he had one preseason that he came in a little overweight.
Yeah, he did come in for his size a little overweight. But my point is I was going to say his all defensive teams. I mean, you could say what you want about his missing time, but his numbers offensively speak for themselves. And to be an all defensive player, the number of times that he did is just an amazing feat for him.
Yeah, it's interesting because I remember, and looking at this, between 2021 and 2024, he was quite injured. Because I remember, and the street clothes name stuck with LA fans because I would hear that out here all the time. Mm-hmm. And yeah, they grew to not like him because he couldn't shoot up. We obviously know what that feels like as a Sixers fan. Like, you grow to not like the person. You're like, spend all this money on you. You're not available. And then he sort of had this resurgence to 2024. And I think I think they just shut him down because the Wizards were trying to get the number one pick, which they succeeded at.
Yeah.
Because you saw what AD did in the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
And kind of brief, so he still is going to be a good big, a championship level big that you can throw in there, even at 33. So, yeah, I just think do you guys think, I have a wild take, do you guys think like players because Wemby's missed some time too. I know he had a good playoff run. Do you think like the pace of play has affected like why our bigs of today can't stay on the court?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Because they run more. It's just a faster game. Because think about it, the half-court game, you're eating shot clock. Guys maybe cutting to the rim and setting up for threes, where nowadays they're getting up and down. So I think the answer is yes.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because I think if some of the bigs today played in the 80s and 90s, they wouldn't have as many injuries. What about you, Lucas? What stands out with these many accolades?
Look, the guy, I think he's deserved everything. You could argue he probably deserves more defensive accolades, if anything. But yeah.
Lucas, your feelings matter to me, buddy.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I think him going to the Lakers, I'm going to just button it with this. I think him going to Lakers, taking a backseat to LeBron in an era where you got Gobert and Giannis on defense and Embiid and Jokic, and they just sort of took his shine. I think had he stayed on the Pelicans and with that team, that core, I think he would have had a different narrative. And now to Kevin Garnett.
You know, crazy. I'm gonna tell a crazy story, man. He probably ain't gonna want to hear this, but Antoine Walker, man. Before I got here, shout to Cybertwan.
Cybertwan.
You know what it is, right? You know, me and Cybertwan went at it, for years. He was like a foe, and before I came here, he pulled me to the side, and he just gave me some great words of wisdom. And I took that into the press conference, and the first thing I did after the press conference was come in here, and I looked up at the rafters, and I just manifested not only a championship, but seeing myself immortal in the ceiling. Feel me? So it's safe to say that I manifested this, yeah.
KG is so KG. I love when he speaks.
Mm-hmm. I think Antoine Walker and Marbury were also in that McDonald's class.
Did you guys hear about Cybertwan? I never heard of that.
I never heard of that.
Right. We have him on a list of potential people that we'll do.
We will do a comp for Antoine Walker. Yep.
Yeah. It's probably Julius Randle or a player.
We've
like
already
that.
done.
We already did
Randle,
Julius.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
All right. Kevin Garnett, also an NBA champion in 2008. He's made the finals a few times, but he won in 2008. Essentially, the Celtics team, when Paul Pierce, Ray Allen teamed up together, it was the first super team that we had seen. This is pre-LeBron, pre-Miami Heat. LeBron, I think, probably got the idea from them. And then everyone's been trying to do it since. Recency bias proves that might not be a good way of doing it anymore. But in this era, in the late aughts and the teens, it was very successful. He had won an MVP, as we discussed, in 2004 in his ninth year in the league. He was 27, his 8th year in the league. He came in at 19 out of high school. This is pretty wild. And again, I don't think it's just the fan vote with him, but how many times was Kevin Garnett an all-star?
I know this one. I'll wait.
Over under 14.
My goodness. 14. That's like over. That's like Kobe number right there.
Yeah.
You
over played 21 seasons. Yeah.
Go
over.
Yeah, I want to say over, but I think I'm gonna go under.
It's 15.
Yeah. Lucas is correct. I think he might have gotten in 97 and 98, not Nottingham, but for the fan vote, the same way Kobe got it.
I was right? I was right?
No, you were wrong.
15.
You were wrong.
Oh, damn. Lucas is correct. Lucas is correct.
It's 15. Yeah.
It's 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't forget the lockout season, too.
He took a huge, he would have gotten 99. We always remember 99, and then he would have probably played 82 games. That was another thing we talked about.
He actually played 47 that season.
Never mind. All right. So he would have been a 16-time All-Star then. But 97, his second year, he took a pretty big leap from his rookie year to his second year. And then it just kept getting bigger and bigger. But I think he became like kind of almost a 20-10 guy his second year.
Yeah, he was 20-10 guy, yeah.
Yeah. So he took a massive leap in his second year. It was also Stephon Marbury, very young, exciting Timberwolves team, if you guys remember. Yeah. Marbury, they had the top 5 pick with him.
Not too many teammates.
Yeah.
All right, so like AD, I'm just going to say it because it's the same. Both guys, 4-time All-NBA first team. Now, caveat of Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett played in the most competitive power forward era ever.
Yes.
You're talking about Tim Duncan MVPs, Dirk Nowitzki MVPs. Earlier in his career, Charles Barkley had just won an MVP. I mean, just like it is unbelievable, the power forward depth.
Karl Malone.
And he was listed as Karl Malone won MVPs in his second and third year. And then the center position, I think there was a few. Lucas, did you look up how many years he was listed as center?
Yeah, I can tell you real quick. It
wasn't
until the end. It wasn't until the end.
Yeah, it was at the end.
He played center for 3 seasons, 2 in Boston, 1 in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know he played in Boston. So over under for overall, 9. 9 All NBA teams, first, second, or third throughout his career.
Over. Total? Yeah, I'm going to go over. Way over.
All right.
I mean, counting the power forwards in that era, he was still.
He was always on top.
He would always be
like
second
top
or
3
third.
power forwards. So
I'm going to say
Wallace.
over 9.
Yeah.
Over 9, you guys actually. I think this is per what I was saying. No, it's actually under.
What?
Really?
Get out of here.
No, it's tied. Just kidding. It's tied. It's not.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. What? I'm confused.
9. Yeah.
You guys are. It's tied.
Okay.
It's 9. Okay.
He's all over the place with the sound effects.
I think he would have had way more in a different era. But I think all the power forwards we mentioned, and Rasheed Wallace, we forgot about him, Ben Wallace. So yeah, he had 9 All NBA, and he didn't get one until 99. who's third team. So 4 first team, 3 second team, 2 third teams.
Him and AD have the same amount of first teams.
Yes, they both have 4 All-NBA first teams, which is really impressive. Means you're one of the top, pretty much top 5 players in the league.
You're an MVP candidate that season. That's
yeah.
pretty much what.
So Kevin Garnett is one of only a handful of players to win an MVP and Defensive Player of the Year.
In the same year?
No, not the same year.
Oh, just
he hasn't.
Okay.
No, same year is only. That's only been a couple of times.
Yeah,
I think
there's only been
Jordan
and Giannis.
Giannis, yeah.
Wow, only 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the list is pretty small for this Defensive Player of the Year and MVP. Like to do either, it's really small. It's the same guys we just mentioned, and then
maybe he got the. Sorry, go ahead.
No, he got it in 2008, the defensive.
Yeah. I was about to say, it was his first season with the Celtics that he got the Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. This is his sort of biggest accolade. People don't really think about this with KG. I think they do, but not how good of a defensive player he was. So he was a 12-time All-NBA defensive player. 9 times first team. 9.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
9 first team and 3 second team. And pretty much from 2000 to 2012, he was getting them. I think he took 1 year off in 2010, so I'm not sure if he had an injury or what happened there.
Yeah, he was injured that year. That's when they went back to the finals. I think.
No, right, and they had to rely on that's right. They had to rely on
said no, it was 2011-12, and he only played 60 games. But no, he made an all-defensive team. No, you're right. Hang on, 2009, 2010.
No, 2010.
Yeah, that's surprising he didn't make it that year. That might have, you know what, that was Dwight's peak. Maybe that had something to do with it.
Didn't know this about him either. I learned a lot about both these guys through going through this. How many times was Kevin Durant a rebounding champion? So I've named
Durant.
I did it too. I had KD in my notes.
He's on every commercial. That's why.
Yeah,
I just saw his new shoe commercial.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Giannis commercial? That was crazy.
I actually liked it. The Grease one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
He's doing a lot of ads. I get that he had a lot of time this year, but wow, because commercials take a lot of time. All right, 4-time NBA rebounding champion. You guys.
Yeah.
Really? I did not.
4 years in a row.
I said that already. Yeah. At the power forward position. This is what I was talking about earlier. Today, you don't see that anymore. Actually, while you guys are talking, I'm going to tell you the highest rebounders at the power forward position, the top 5, and what they averaged this past season. You guys go ahead. Keep on going.
Shaq was still pretty much sort of in his prime in the earlier. But yeah, I mean, he was 4 years in a row in 2004 to 2007 NBA rebounding champ.
Only person that comes on mind is Barkley.
Yeah, not in this era, though. I would say Tim Duncan and Shaq are the ones that come. Shaq used to average like 13 or 14 because he was Shaq.
Humongous.
Yeah.
All right. I got those numbers if you guys are ready for it.
Let's go.
All right. So there's only one power forward that's averaged over 10 rebounds a game. That was Jalen Johnson with 10.3. Evan Mobley is at 9. Chet Holmgren is at 8.9. Paolo Banchero is at 8.4. And then, let's see, the next power forwards would be Scotty Barnes at 7.5.
Scotty Barnes, okay.
Yeah, all those guys are shooting threes, so they're away from the basket.
Yeah.
That's what that is. Poor Chet Holmgren. All right. Wow.
Shout out Chet Holmgren. We did a comparison episode of him this year.
Chet,
he's still a good player.
You're going to rebound, Chet.
Yeah. You'll be all right.
Everyone,
man.
You're going to learn from
get in the gym.
Playoffs. Yep.
Go hang with some monks.
Wheaties
and monks. Eat Wheaties with monks.
So Garnett really took quite a leap. He didn't even get All-NBA rookies first team his rookie year. So he took a giant leap in his second year. He was obviously NBA 75th anniversary team. His number 21 has yet to be retired from the Timberwolves.
There's a reason for that.
Okay.
There's a reason. So when KG came back, he said he would only come back. I think, if I remember correctly, he came back and when he was going to retire, he was planning on being part of an ownership group that was going to buy the Timberwolves. Him and the owner at the time, Glenn Taylor, had a falling out, and basically him and the team have not been on good terms since until I don't know what it is currently now that they have A-Rod owning the team, but under Glenn Taylor, the relationship was not good.
All right.
Wow.
Glenn Taylor was one of the more divisive owners of the past 20 years.
Yeah.
Right.
They got to fix that.
Yeah.
He won Olympic Games. In 2000, he played for the Sydney team. He only played for one, and he won gold. All right, so what do you guys think about Kevin Garnett and all these really impressive accolades? What do you guys think?
I honestly am a little pissed off that he played for as long as he did, because honestly, his counting stats would look so much better in NBA analogs in history. If you just look at his career stats, it's 17 and 10, which is good, but you don't think of that as one of the greatest top 5 player of the position. Mm-hmm. But if he had stopped in Boston and didn't play in Brooklyn or back to Minnesota, his counting stats would have been so much better.
That's a very good point. I just want to point out his MVP season, just like you guys mentioned, when you have Shaq, Duncan, Nowitzki all vying for that coveted prize, and KG is doing it up in Minnesota with a decent supporting cast. I'm not going to steal your thunder, Maurice, but yeah, KG, maybe if he played a little bit, I just think maybe he could have had 2 MVPs, just because you lead the league in rebounding 4 straight years. That says a lot about his effort and tenacity. Yeah. So I would say the MVP, because it was tough to get that title in that era.
It was so competitive back then in the early 2000s. The team that he won MVP with got to the Western Conference Finals that season.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, they got to the Western Conference Finals. That was the deepest he's gotten until he went to the Celtics. When it comes to all of those accolades, first team, second team, and all-star votes and all that, Kevin Garnett was always one of the well-respected players in the league. We didn't mention it, but he's one of those guys who's notoriously a big trash talker on the court.
Big time trash talker.
Yeah, big time. Up there with Gary Payton trash talking.
And one side note, when I read those power forward rebounding stats, those were of qualified players, because obviously Anthony Davis and Giannis would be included on those lists as well. But
it was hard to get MVPs in that year. Remember, Shaq and Kobe only have 1 MVP, and they're considered 2 top 10 players of all time. And Steve Nash is 2. So MVP, it's a little, can be weird sometimes.
I feel like the MVP was gimmicky. I still feel like the MVP is almost gimmicky at this point. You have to have the best record, or you have to put up his Jokic type crazy numbers, or Steve Nash type crazy numbers, or be a part of a really unique offense, or it not necessarily goes to the best player, in my opinion, all the time. Yeah, but
we know that. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway. I'm gonna pass it over to Maurice. Let's hear about teammates.
Let's do it.
Fourth quarter, teammates.
What I loved doing my job was I wasn't playing. So I was like, okay, cool. I had Cuz, 80, which is 2 guys I love playing with. Like I said, I was giving everything that I got poured down to me from all the great vets, power forwards. Then I had one of my favorite teammates all the time, Drew Holiday, on the court. So I was like, okay. I took a backseat role, let me try to coach this. So instead of Cuz and 80, because at first they both trying to score 50.
Yeah.
I'm like, Cuz, manipulate the game by scoring 25. Let 80 get to 50. You go for 20, 20, and 20. You know what I mean? Go crazy a different way. Both y'all getting 50 won't allow us to win games, because now y'all fight. Now, if you become the facilitator, now he's running the delay. He's running stuff out of elbow action, playmaking, because that's what he was really good at that particular time. He's gonna go out. He's gonna have a big slow guy on him, and 80's gonna have the agile wing. So it's then he had Drew Holiday. So them learning how to play 3-man together.
Who is that?
That was a teammate who played for both players. Rajon Rondo.
Way. That was Rondo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We beat Lucas to the punch. Lucas, I know he was ready to find someone, but
I don't think I have the energy for that tonight, guys. But
that was Rondo.
Yeah.
Rondo. Trying to think.
You can go ahead and look it up while I go.
No,
ahead.
I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. I don't have the energy to do that type of research.
All right.
But I'm sure.
Go ahead, Maurice. Take it away.
More.
Let's talk about Anthony Davis and his teammates, drafted by the New Orleans Pelicans with the first pick in the 2012 NBA draft. Actually speaking, it was the Hornets, correct?
It was the Hornets at the time, yeah.
Yes, basketball, real GM got it wrong. But, same organization. They changed their name from the Hornets to the Pelicans. Yeah. Let's get into some of his teammates his rookie season, which was the 2012-2013 NBA season. Do you guys remember the coach?
I believe
Byron Scott.
No. Was it?
What's your guess, Lucas?
I don't think Byron Scott was. No, wasting. Yeah, it was Byron Scott.
Alvin Gentry?
Yeah, it could have been Alvin Gentry. I'm going to say Byron Scott because I think Byron was there for Chris Paul the year before.
No, you guys are all wrong.
Okay.
It was Monty Williams.
Oh,
okay.
That's right. Monty. I knew it was one of those old guys that played in the 90s.
Monty.
Yeah, it was a player.
Monty.
I should have gave you that hint. Executive was Dell Demps. Some of his teammates were Ryan Anderson.
Oof.
Eric Gordon.
Okay.
Here's a name I didn't realize. Terrell Harris.
Ooh, I barely remember him.
Yeah, I don't recall him. Yeah.
Tobias Harris' brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Robin Lopez.
Yep.
Love the hair.
Austin Rivers.
Yep.
Austin Rivers.
Yeah.
Oh, Doc Rivers' son.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lance Thomas.
Oh,
Grievous Vazquez. Hakeem Borg. I was one of those people that thought Hakeem Borg was going to be a good player.
Grievous Vazquez was a monster for like 2 years.
Yeah, he was pretty good for like a spurt.
It's just injuries.
Yeah.
Ankle injuries destroyed any athleticism that he had. Yeah.
Yeah, Al Farouk Aminu.
Al Farouk Aminu. Yeah.
So let's move on.
Is that it?
Yeah, teammates-wise, notable names anyway.
Okay.
Let's move on to the 2017-2018 Hornets. Pelicans. Their record was 48-34. Who was the coach?
This is the team.
Who was the coach this year?
Oh, gosh. Okay. It was somebody. Okay, this was before
Willie
Van
Green?
Gundy.
Was it Willie Green?
No.
It was Alvin Gentry, right?
Probably.
It might have been
Gentry.
Alvin. It might have been Alvin.
Yeah, I like that. Alvin Gentry.
All right, so Ben is right. It's Alvin Gentry.
It's Alvin.
Yeah. You guys were like a couple years too early on the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, the executive, once again, was Dell Demps. They got to the playoffs, lost in the second round to the Warriors. This was like the Warriors team, so
yeah.
Okay, but let's be clear. They weren't healthy when they played that team. Okay.
Let him get to his teammates. Let him get to his teammates.
They weren't winning, though. They weren't winning that, though. They lost 4-1.
I disagree, but okay.
Okay. All right, some of his teammates that year were good. So a lot of good names here. Tony Allen. Amir Sheik.
Omar Sheik. It's Omar Sheik.
Omar Sheik, okay, excuse me.
Yeah.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Boogie.
Yeah, so this was like a Twin Towers thing going on there.
Okay, but yeah.
He wasn't, I think this was the season he was injured.
So they traded for him. They traded for him that season, and then he tore his Achilles. This was the year that Boogie
he played 48 games that season.
Yeah,
he wasn't all-star that season.
Remember, they were dominating. Yeah. I remember that. AD and
look,
it was working out.
Look, they had. Go ahead and finish the team.
Finish the team.
So that I can do my
so
thing,
they were good, though. DeMarcus Cousins was good. Played 48 games. He was still an all-star that season. Jordan Crawford. Dante Cunningham. Chuck Diallo.
Yeah.
Larry Drew II. Solomon Hill.
God.
Nikola Mirčić.
Okay.
Yeah. Nikola was really good, too. Yeah.
He was good,
he was a good player. Eastwan Moore.
He was really good.
He was there for a long time.
Yeah. Jameer Nelson.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Very briefly.
Emeka Okafor.
Yep.
Okay.
Josh Smith and Rajon Rondo. That was a really good roster.
And Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday was on that team, right?
No, yeah. So excuse me, I forgot.
That should have been the first name.
Yeah, Drew Holiday. Yeah, pardon.
Okay, so let me explain what's going to happen here. If DeMarcus never got injured, the Warriors would have had to deal with DeMarcus and AD, Rondo, who was still a really good defender and playmaker, and Drew Holiday. No, the Pelicans would have won that series.
That's a good what if article.
That's
Lucas.
a good what if.
Yeah.
I remember they were dominating.
I argue
it was working.
that they would have, they had a chance to win it all. They had a chance to win it all.
Yeah.
Because like LeBron's teams, their centers were tiny. They had Thompson.
Yeah.
They had Thompson.
They would have crushed the
Tristan
Cavs.
Thompson. Yeah. And
it's tough when you go all in like a guy on Cousins and then he has a career-ending injury.
And here's the other thing: DeMarcus was on a contract year too. He was trying to get paid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for letting me have that moment.
All right. You got it all out?
It's as much as I can on a podcast.
Yeah.
So the last team we're going to highlight, 2019-2020 Lakers. They won 52 games, lost 19. The coach is Frank Vogel. The executive was Rob Pelinka. They won an NBA championship. This was his NBA title year. They beat the Miami Heat 4-2 in the finals. Now, this is the bubble year. I'm not one of those people that say, well, it was a bubble, it don't count. Still a championship in my book. You guys agree?
I am.
No, you don't.
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Go ahead with your roster, and
okay.
I'll save my opinion for later.
Okay, all right. Some of his teammates were Avery Bradley, Contavious Caldwell-Pope,
KCP.
Alex Caruso. Forget Alex Caruso on that team.
Yep. That's
He's just a winning
the
player.
Lakers is where he got his big breakout.
That's true.
He's just a winning player.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He was on the Blue Coats for a minute.
Yeah.
Don't remind me.
The bald eagle. The bald eagle.
One of many.
Jared Dudley, Danny Green.
Yep.
Taylor Horton Tucker.
Yep.
I remember Taylor Horton Tucker was good for like a year and a half.
Flash in the pan, yeah.
Yeah. Dwight Howard.
Yep.
Kyle Kuzma.
Yep.
JaVale McGee.
JaVale, the MJ of the NLB. NBL, sorry. The NBL. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned earlier Rondo. Rondo was on the Lakers team as well.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
J.R. Smith. Deion Waiters. And, of course, LeBron James.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot Waiters was on. Was Lance Stevenson on that team? I can't.
No, he was not.
Okay.
No.
All right.
So let me ask you guys this question. Who won the most games with Anthony Davis as a teammate?
It's going to be tough. I'm going to say Drew Holiday.
Yeah. No, Drew got injured a lot.
Did he?
Yeah.
But they were.
Yeah.
I thought they played a long time together.
Yeah, but he missed like a whole season, and then like another half season. I'm gonna say Eric Gordon.
That's a good one.
Okay. I'll go Drew. Because I think he played a little bit longer, and I think although they won a lot of games in LA, so it's either Drew or LeBron. I'm gonna go Drew though.
Should have won with your other guess, Ben. It was LeBron.
It's LeBron?
Yeah, it was LeBron.
The reason why I was like, because the Lakers actually would make the playoffs, so they won. They won more games. Yeah,
that's fair.
Believe it or not, they both played 6 seasons together. LeBron with AD and Drew with AD.
Oh, okay.
So the Lakers just won more games. So it was 189 with LeBron. Drew was number 2 with 158.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And third with 121 was Austin Reeves. So let me ask you guys this question. Throughout the career of Anthony Davis, who stands out the most? What teammate stands out the most?
I mean, the easy answer is LeBron.
It's got to
right?
be LeBron.
Yeah, it's gotta be LeBron.
You can't say anybody but LeBron.
I got to say Rondo.
You think Rondo?
Why Rondo?
Yeah, he did join him on 2 separate teams.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he won a championship.
Okay, that's fair.
He highlighted them in the clip.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
All right.
I get it.
I got to go Rondo. If DeMarcus Cousins would have stayed healthy, that would have been a twin tower that would have dominated the West.
That would have brought back the double bigs in the NBA.
Twin Towers 2.0.
Because imagine just the versatility of both of them at that time. Jeez. Okay, sorry. I'm
okay, man.
Yeah,
I'm fanboying. Don't mind me. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Kevin Garnett.
But on the court as a teammate, he's by far my favorite. He's so unselfish. And I remember Doc made a comment. He was talking about how he's the most unselfish player on the team. And I'm like, there's no way I'll lead the team in assists, but my mindset wasn't to where Doc was thinking. He was talking about, if the team, if anybody hit the floor, Kevin was the first to run from all the way across court to help his teammate up. He would sacrifice his body setting picks. He never complained about getting the ball. Paul and Ray wanted the ball all the time. And when every once in a while, KG gave me that look like, bring them down here. But other than that, he was always willing to sacrifice, took less shots when he came to Boston. And obviously he knew that coming in, but to see him go through it when we did have adversity, he never wavered as far as who he was as a player and a professional. I learned a lot from him, and like I said, he taught me a lot.
Doc Rivers would used to have to tell KG to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Yep. You're right. How would Doc Rivers say it?
Shoot the ball, KG. Take that shot. You're open.
Rondo, I want you to come over here.
You guys see
with
Doc's
ball.
back with the ringer? You guys see?
Yeah, I saw. I didn't know that.
He gave VJ as the most exciting up-and-coming player, though. So he gave VJ a plug. Him and Dylan Harper, obviously.
Over Flag and Harper? Okay.
Well, Flag's obvious. Yeah. It was those three, right? Yeah.
All right, let's get into Kevin Garnett. Let's talk about Kevin Garnett and his teammates. Kevin Garnett was picked with the 5th pick in the 1995 NBA draft by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Some of his teammates were, starting with the 1995-96 Minnesota Timberwolves, they were a really bad team. They were 26-56.
Oof.
They had 2 coaches that season. Do you guys remember either one?
Ooh.
Well, let's see. I know Kevin McHale was the GM at the time, right?
Yes.
All right. He was not the coach, I don't think.
Sam Mitchell was the coach, right?
No, Sam Mitchell was the point guard on the team, dude.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sam Mitchell ended up being
He ended up being a coach for Cat, but
it's the guy that died.
Flips? Was it Flip Saunders?
Wasn't Flip always there?
Was that your answer?
No. Flip coached Detroit for a span in the 2000s, dude.
Yeah, I don't remember his rookie. Yeah, I don't know actually. My guess would be Flip.
Okay. I have no idea.
Ben is right. Flip.
Yeah, I knew he was there a long time. Yeah.
I like how Ben had the right answer, but Lucas was like trying to convince him. No.
And then I did that too with LeBron. I knew it was LeBron. It's the obvious answer. They made the conference finals like 3 times. There's more wins. Yeah.
All right. So their coach was Bill Blair for the beginning of the season, and then Flip Saunders came in. I guess they were so bad they just let him go. Some of his teammates were Tom Gugliotta.
Gugliotta.
I don't know who that is.
He was good. I think he made an all-star team. He was good, Lucas.
I think he did. Christian Laettner, you know that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Also good. He made,
Sam Mitchell.
All-star.
Sam Mitchell, point guard.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, Sam Mitchell was like a small forward.
He was.
I honestly thought he should have deserved another chance at coaching.
Doesn't Sam have a famous son? It might be NFL. I thought Sam Mitchell had like a famous son. I could be wrong.
Not that I know of. No.
I will look that up for you.
Terry Porter.
Yep.
Spud Webb. I didn't know Spud Webb was on that team.
Bud.
Doug West. And Isaiah Ryder.
Oh,
he was good.
Okay.
He was good.
Small forward.
Yeah. I remember Garnett told a story of when Isaiah was playing against Jordan. You remember that, Uriah?
Yes, I do remember that. He was talking trash, and he's like,
get him.
Yeah, watch you. Don't poke the bear.
Yeah, then Jordan put 30-something on him in the
Gave
second
him
half.
the business.
Yeah. So that's his rookie year. Wasn't a good team, but they would eventually get better. So let's move on to the 2003-2004 Timberwolves.
Pause for a second real quick. Ben, Sam Mitchell has no sons. He only has $4.
Okay.
Now, there is a Sam Mitchell who has a son playing on the BBC soap opera, but I don't think that's the Sam Mitchell you're thinking of.
No, clearly.
Love my BBC.
Let's get into the 2003-2004 Minnesota Timberwolves. This was a good team. This was the MVP season, by the way. It was 58-24. Coach Ralph Flip Saunders. Kevin McHale was still the GM, the executive. Like I mentioned earlier, they lost to the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, 4-2. Some of his teammates that season was, once again, Sam Mitchell. Sam Mitchell's been there a while. Fred Hoiberg, Irvin Johnson.
Okay.
Not Magic. Irvin.
Yeah.
Center.
Yeah. Mark Madsen.
Yep.
Oliver Miller.
Okay.
Michael Oliver Candy.
Candyman.
Latrell Sprewell.
Team.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a
That was
team.
a good team.
Yeah. Wally Zerbiak.
Okay.
Wally.
He was good. He was an all-star with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a player that we highlight so many times as a reserve, a teammate, Gary Trent.
Oh, okay.
Whose
Now-
son is Gary Trent Jr.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So this was a crazy season because, like, on paper they didn't have like the
You
greatest
said
roster.
Sam Cassell, right?
Did I mention Sam Cassell?
He was on the team, and that's another guy that
Yeah,
played
Sam
with
Cassell.
both KG and
Yes, that is true.
No, wait a second. Sam did not. Sorry, I was.
He
saying,
didn't play with
no,
AD. I don't think so.
No, he did not. I was
He
thinking he
didn't?
followed KG from. He
In
played
Boston.
with KG
He played in Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I read this, I said Sam Mitchell. It was Sam Cassell. So I had to play it wrong.
Yeah.
Pardon me on that. But it's crazy because this wasn't the greatest roster, and Kevin Garnett best years, in my opinion, was when he had a great point guard. He had some great point guards on the Timberwolves, but not that season.
Right.
He had Marbury. He had Terrell Brandon, who was underrated.
I love Terrell Brandon.
He had Ross Strickland.
Oh,
Yeah, I will say this. I think Sam Cassell is underrated as a point guard. Just saying.
okay.
Well, his
Yeah,
best
he
years
is.
was with the Rockets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, just to go back one season, he had Kendall Gill, Mark Jackson, Anthony Peeler, Joe Smith. Like I mentioned, Rod Strickland. He had some really good point guards.
It's really interesting, too, because Stephon Marbury, they traded early, but that would have been his best ever offensive counterpart. Had they kept Marbury.
Look, in Minnesota, he got All-Star and All-NBA second team, averaging 19.8 points per game. So don't say that it was his. Arguably, his best seasons were with the Bucks, Minnesota, and maybe one or two with the Nets.
Yeah, he had a good season with the Bucks. He did.
Yeah.
All right, so
Big
let's move
three.
on. Let's move on to the Boston Celtics, where he won his lone championship. Just like
Anything's
straight.
possible.
I really enjoyed the interviews that he did with
I'll take any
Bill Russell.
championship.
Is he right, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take anything.
Anything, bro. I don't give a shit.
It's crazy because
Bubble, shortened season, whatever you.
what's crazy to me is we're comparing Garnett and Davis. Davis got traded to move on to the Lakers and won a championship. Garnett moved on to the Celtics and won a championship.
Oh, okay.
Boston and LA is the teams that keep giving. That Celtics season of 07-08, they won 66 games. Lost 16. All right, so the coach was Doc Rivers. The executive was Danny Ainge. They beat the Lakers in the finals 4-2. Great series, by the way. I do remember that. One
That
of
was
the
a
best
really good
series.
series.
Yeah, it was. Some of the teammates were Ray Allen, Tony Allen. So I think Tony Allen also played with both. Tony Allen was on the Pelicans.
Yes, he did.
AD in New Orleans, yep.
PJ Brown,
Okay.
Sam Cassell, Glenn Big Baby Davis,
Big baby.
Eddie House,
Love Eddie
Kendrick
House.
Perkins.
Yep.
Paul Pierce, Scott Pollard,
Ooh.
James Posey, Rondo, and Lucas's guy, Brian Scalabrine.
Oh,
Why is he my guy?
the White Mamba? That's your guy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think he got everybody.
So did I miss anybody?
Leon Powell?
Yes,
Leon
Leon
Poe.
Powell.
Leon Poe.
Poe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think James Posey might have also played with AD his last season.
Possible.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. No, he was on the 09-10 Hornets. New Orleans Hornets.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Missed
All
him
right,
last
so
few years.
let's get into a winning teammate, because I think this one is a little bit more obvious. So I'm going to give you the player, and I'm going to give you an over-under on the wins. So Paul Pierce had the most wins with Kevin Garnett. Was that obvious?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So over-under on wins, 325.
325. I'll go
Under.
over. I'll go over.
I'm going to say over.
Over. Ben, you said?
Under.
He said under.
Under. Over.
Over?
Yep.
Boom.
341.
Okay.
64% winning percentage. Second was actually Sam Mitchell with the Timberwolves. They played 7 seasons together
It makes
with
sense.
269. And third with 268 was Wally Zerbiak.
Wow. Wally. Can't spell a last name Zerbiak. I know there's a Z in
By the
there
way,
somewhere.
Wally Zerbiak will be a great player in today's NBA.
Absolutely.
So it's funny you said that. He reminds me of a Knicks player. He played similar to how like Bridges and OG play. I was thinking exactly. He defended and was like an actual 3-point shooter.
He can knock down a shot.
That's a good take.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been. You're right. He's a player that would have been better in today's league.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So throughout the career of Kevin Garnett, and by the way, Kevin Garnett played more seasons with the Brooklyn Nets, and also he came back to Minnesota. So he played with Cat.
Mm-hmm.
He played with Jason Terry. I think he played with Gerald Wallace as well. I think he played with Wiggins and Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
So he played with a lot of guys. So which teammate stands out the most throughout the career of Kevin Garnett?
Could be a lot of people.
I'm going to say it's a tie between Ray Allen and Paul Pierce, because Boston was trying to trade for him at the draft. He says he didn't want to go there because he had a no trade clause. So then they shift and went to Ray Allen. They got Ray Allen, and then they were like, oh, and then KG calls McHale and says, hey, I want to play with both of them now.
Yeah.
So I think the answer is both.
Okay.
Ben?
I'm going to keep it interesting, and just because these guys both played with these players sort of in the prime, I'm going to go Rondo.
That's a good one.
I think Rondo was the biggest surprise in the finals. There were games he was the best player. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah.
In the final. Yeah. And they're like, wait, and he was like maybe 22.
Yeah.
Maybe even younger at the time. And people are like obviously targeting on the big three. So I'm going to go Rondo just because of his impact with that Celtics team. Shout out to a later first round draft pick. I think he was in the 20s. And then what he did in New Orleans with probably developing AD was really important.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Rondo just to sort of connect.
And I'm going to go complete opposite. I'm going to the Minnesota Days and what could have been Stephon Marbury. I think they both lament the fact that run ended too early. And I do believe that had they gained more time together or earned more time together, they would have strung together plenty of playoff runs and maybe even a title. Who knows?
Yeah. Their games complement each other. They're very much like T-Mac and Vince Carter, like a big what if. Yeah.
Dogs, just dogs, both of them. And talented.
Yeah. I think what's crazy is we could have had a first here on basketball now and then. We could have had the same teammate for both.
Yeah.
Rondo.
Yeah. Who, by the way, season 4, we're going to have a Rondo Mark Jackson comp. I can't wait for that. That's going to be a good one.
That's it. That's a good take, Maurice. That, as I was thinking, I was like, I think this is the first time this has happened.
Yeah. Could have had both of them. Yeah. So Rondo was a winning player. Is he in the Hall of Fame yet?
No.
I don't think so.
No,
I doubt it.
But he was in
He
conversations for some head coaching jobs.
He'll get it, I think.
He got me in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And if he gets a head coaching position, that even makes our comparison even better with Mark Jackson.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. So with that said, we can get up on out of here.
Now that we've given you all the facts on Anthony Davis and Kevin Garnett, it's time for you to make your case.
At this point, it's not about our opinion, it's about yours.
We'll see you on your favorite social media platform. You can find us on X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and YouTube.
For the sources of information used in this episode, you can visit our website, basketballnowandthen.com. Also visit our website to sign up for our monthly newsletter and check out our comparison articles.
Don't forget that you can follow the NBA stars we featured on today's episode through their social media.
You can follow Kevin Garnett on Twitter at KevinGarnett5KG and Instagram at @tick_pics.
And you can follow Anthony Davis on Twitter X and on Instagram at AntDavis23.
All right, everybody, that was fun doing a comparison of Anthony Davis and Kevin Garnett. This is our final comparison episode for Season 3 of Basketball Now and Then. We will be meeting you next week with our final episode where we will give you our selections of all the comparison players from Season 3. So until then, Uriah with Lucas, Ben, and Maurice, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Auf Wiedersehen.